Hello, Trends with Octavia lovers. Welcome back. So we have an interesting topic to discuss. This is one that we've seen for some weeks or some days now. This topic, but just not had the time to come in to discuss it. And now that we can, let's do a quick live stream. And I know most of you will catch up with the replay later on. First off, let me check our sound to make sure it is okay. From the title and the thumbnail, you already know. You have a clue. Let me not say you know. You have a clue what we're about to discuss. And Give me a second. I'm trying to find this to check the sound to make sure our sound is good. And then we will continue. Where is the live stream? Because it is very important that we check our sound so we're not just here. We check our sound. Okay, so we're going to be talking about a Big Brother Nigeria star called Karen. She was in Big Brother Nigeria some years back, and she got married to a white man, a Caucasian guy, and they moved to his country, and they've been living there. And from what we hear, I think that some people said they dated for about 8 or 9 years or something like that. So, before everything, before they got married and moved. So recently we saw Karen, her name is Karen, online, and Karen was actually looking weird, really, really weird, like like someone that has been lost in Amazon forest for many, many years. So seriously, this is not even funny. She wasn't looking good at all. Even before she opened her mouth, you will know that the lady is going through something, like seriously. And she spoke about how she's been homeless for a year. She spoke about how she's not mental, but the man she's married to, her husband is trying to make her to be this crazy person because he wants the kids. Common with Oyinbo people, very common with this race. The first thing they want to attack when they're married to African women is the child. The first issue you people have, I'm saying this if you are mostly an African person from back motherland, you're planning to forget about how beautiful, how nice, how whatever anything looks. Shine your eyes. Let me leave it at that. Let's proceed. Um okay, so we've checked our sound. Uh Let me share this to my community and we will get into the gist. If you're just coming in, please like the live stream. This is another case that is similar to that of Cora Obidi and Justin Dean. Hence, you see their photo is also up there. And there's another woman also that was somewhere in Europe, also married to a European. And the next thing, she was thrown out. In fact, this is now becoming the norm. If you just check online, there are several people, and sometimes people like, oh, you didn't do your forget about due diligence. Some people are born and raised in wickedness. Their culture is known as a wicked culture. That's how some people's culture are. So they are born and raised to be mean, and manipulation is one number one thing that runs in their vein. These Muzungus. I'm not even playing because right now I am pissed off. It is just too much that every time we turn our face, you look to the left, you look to the right, we're hearing the same type of stories. Look at Cora Obidi and Justin Dean. The only thing they did was a divorce. They're not the first people to divorce. How many years later, Justin will not stop. Keep witch hunting. And every time you look at this story, okay, look at the other lady from Kenya. That man planned with his doctor friend that was also a Muzungu, and they removed the womb. He remember this man already had children before he married this woman from Kenya and said he didn't want kids. She has not been married before. She has never had kids before. And this man married this woman, connived with his doctor friend, and took this woman in, thought she was going for a normal, simple surgery, something that doesn't have to do not any serious surgery, not for her to know that the man has already plotted with his this thing, doctor friend, for them to remove that woman's womb because he didn't want her to bear kids. That's how wicked these Muzungus can be. Forget those ones that are flagging. And all of them are born wicked. Their wickedness runs in their vein. I'm telling you, it's not even a joke. And mostly when they are marrying people from motherland, they always feel like these people are beneath. But when they are marrying these women, you will hear this, oh, a queen, a queen, a queen. They will keep referring to them as queen, as queen, as queen, as queen, just to put these women in a position where they will let their guards down. And when you let your guards down, that's when they hit, and they hit very hard. Every time you check the stories all over, the stories is always similar. First thing, say that the African woman is crazy. Second thing, go for the kids. And not as if they even love the kids. It's a form of punishment to that woman. The next thing is to throw you out, take full custody of the children. Everything they do is always planned out from the beginning before it gets to anywhere. So I really feel sorry for this Karen. And I saw her case. I'm like, yo, another one again. Another one again. I'm going to pull up Karen's. So let me share. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up some of the posts. We're going to go to Karen's Instagram, and we're going to read from the things that she said. You know, talked about how she's living in a homeless shelter. She was calling out for help. I think she created a GoFundMe asking for help, asking for people to donate to her GoFundMe. And when you see Karen, you don't even need somebody to say anything to you. You just know that this person has gone through it. She has gone through it, seriously. Let me find Karen's IG, and let me see some. Give me a second. Okay, so here is one that she's in church. I think she went for Holy Communion. Ah, you can only hold on to God in difficult moments like this. Seriously. It's unbelievable that somebody would just get married to someone, open mind, doing her thing, and the next thing you see, somebody that you sleep, wake up with, eat with, dine, do everything with, person you call your husband will be the one that wants to kill you, will be the ones that wants to unalive you. It is really, really terrible. Really, it is terrible. Okay, so let me hold on. Let me pull up this post here. Okay, so this is one of her posts that's from Karen Iho, and she posted this, and she said, I'm going through a divorce with my husband. I have been homeless for a year, and I have been hurt sexually and physically. So if anything happens, ask or hold the man who brought me to a country where and I think she made a mistake here, but she said, who brought me to a country where, and I think she wanted to say to a country where she knows no one. He's trying to take the children away by saying I am mentally sick. Before a person gets to the point, if you're just coming in, you are welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Please like the live stream. That tells YouTube that something is going on here, and they would actually give notification to our people and just put the word out there. Let's talk. This is something that is going to help you. You never know who this would help, okay? Because most times you're like, this will never be me. This can never be. You never ever know. You never ever know. That burst person that you think is the best of the best of the best, life can happen at any point. Things can happen. So this is what I was talking about. Every time you hear a marriage between a Caucasian or and an African, One thing that is common when they start having issues is the fact that the man or the woman, whichever the case may be, would come up with this: the person is mentally deranged. And you know why they say that? They do that because they know that in their countries, they will not give you a mentally disturbed person full custody or even partial custody. You will get things like supervised visits because they don't know when your mental thing is going to come up, and protecting the children is very important. We know that. So that's one of the first thing. And in most cases, because this is what they already have in mind, they will start doing things to you that will drive you crazy to the point that you will start lashing out. You get angry, you want to fight. They will, poke you where nobody will see. And when you start talking, when you get angry and start reacting, they start recording, they start keeping voice notes that they will use against you. I'm telling you, even I'm not this Muzungu and this Oyibos, when they tell on a good morning, you go run. Seriously. That's how mean they can be. They collect all this information and keep it, and immediately they get to the point where they decide that, or you get to the point where you decide that, okay, enough is enough. Now that is the time that they will go and pull up all those things that they've been collecting and saving, and they will now come and table it out and use it against you. So one of the first thing you see is children that you people had together would automatically become their children, not your child or your children. That's not the case. It becomes their own children, even though in this case of Karen, Cora Obidi, and most of all these other people we know, they're women, right? So they had these children in their wombs for 9 months, went through pregnancy stress and everything, right? They went through everything. Fed, breastfed, sleepless night, everything that comes with raising a child. But once it gets to the point where you hear divorce, the next thing is the child becomes theirs automatically, and they will do everything in their power to use their laws against you. And we see how Cora and Justin is still going back and forth, even after their divorce, after everything. That's what most of these people do. Imagine Karen saying she's homeless for over a year. How do you go down to Africa? You marry a woman, you bring the woman over. If you know you don't want it anymore, why not just do it the right way? Get a divorce, settle that woman, settle the woman. And you people should have, let's say, 50-50 custody. Why do you want to take full custody when you know that the woman is able to take care of her children? When you were marrying her, she was not crazy. When you were love bombing her, she was not crazy. All of a sudden, now you don't want anyone. Not as if you really, really want those children. You just want to punish those children. When they give you full custody, you still will not be able to be in their life the way the mother will be in their life. Because you will be out there doing whatever you love, because your aim was to punish the woman and make sure that she's not in the life of the children, not because you love the children that you feel you're protecting the children. How wicked can a person be? How mean can somebody be? That you allow a woman that you went and married, you both of you were together for how many years? You made her homeless because she moved with you to your country. And one thing that is common with this Europe, they have very stupid laws. I have to speak about Europe because I'm based in Europe. So they have very stupid laws, really, that is very weird, that hardly backs. I feel like they always favor their own people. And it's normal, because where are you going to? Which office are you going to report? Are you going to? And as you're getting into the office, the person you're going to lay complaint to is somebody that looks like the person that you're laying complaint over. So they will always favor their own over somebody that doesn't look like them, over somebody that is coming from motherland. Hence, I'm saying, if you or someone out there hearing my voice and this is the path you have chosen, shine your eyes. And you know what I mean. Shine your eyes. Not be everything that they talk online. Know what you they do. Know what you're getting in. In fact, there's no way you even know what you're getting into, but shine your eyes and understand the things I'm not saying. Because when he cast, he go red. I'm telling you. Because you coming from motherland, before you will cry out and get help, everybody will look like that person that is fighting against you. And whatever that person says is what they will believe first. And before you will now go and try to fight and find out the truth, a lot would have happened already. Hence, Karen is saying she's been homeless for over a year. And look how long it took her to even come out to cry out. She's been homeless. She's living in a shelter. She showed the place. It is terrible. How do you have kids and you don't even have access to your own children because one particular person decides to play God? Okay, so there's another post she made again that I'm going to read to us now. And she said, God Almighty bless Nigerian and Africans. My heart pray for your daughters of the soil. I have been through so much this past year. Please, Africans, pray for my children and I, in case you don't, in case you don't hear. Okay, she made a mistake again here. In case you don't hear from me again, know that I have been unalived. I'm not sick mentally and don't do drugs. You see, before somebody will come out and write this type of thing, this lady is pleading, begging that Africans, she's a Nigerian, she's a Nigerian African at large, should pray for her because this person is in a strange land. She's in a foreign land where she went to because of married someone, moved to the person's country. Look how the person is treating her. She knows what she sees. For her to tell you that if you don't hear from me, she says, pray for me, pray for my children. And she said, listen very well, she called on what? Nigerians and Africans. And there's a reason why she decided to call on her own people, because talk the person no fit just talk everything, because YouTube now them still get them. But matter dey ground. There's a lot to be said, but how do you say it when the apps you're using to convey the messages are still owned by them, Muzungus, run by them, Muzungus? Anyway, let's see how we can do justice to this conversation. If you're coming in, you are welcome. You feel free to drop a comment so I know who is here with us and I can welcome you. And also give a thumbs up to this live stream as you come in. Okay, thank you so very much for joining us today. This is a very important conversation and it is really sensitive. It is touching. So like I was saying, this other post she made, she was calling on Nigerians and Africans to please pray for her children and herself. Going toward the end of the post, she said, if you did not hear from me again, so if at some point y'all stop seeing Karen's post on social media, she's saying, know that I have been unalived. And she also wanted to clear the air before it would be too late, where she would not be here to defend herself and only the Muzungu would have something to say. She clearly stated here, I am not mentally ill, neither do I do drugs, because these are the things that they will use to label you. So when they take you to court, there is no way, if they are able to convince the judge that you are mentally ill or you are taking all these illegal substance, they will win full custody. And they will do anything in their power to make sure that they can go there, lie, and win. This is Muzungus or Yibos for you. That's how they roll. They come in smooth, all nice, all sweet talking, all cool. Queen, queen, queen is all you'll be hearing. Treatment top notch. But when it casts, you go collect. And their own collecting where you go collect, they mean die. Their wickedness na inherited matter, they run for blood. No be something they go school, go learn. Like you don't learn it. They don't. Like they inside their blood, they run. When you see this woman's video that she posted, man, it doesn't matter what issues, like there in marriages there would most definitely be issues, right? Because it's two different people from two different backgrounds, raised differently, coming together to call yourself a couple, you're married and whatnot. There will be issues, but why not at least keep it to just the both of you? Why extend it to the kids? And severally we will see this happen. Every time you hear a Muzungu married to an African woman, the next thing you will hear is, oh, taking the kids away. She's mentally ill. So what? In other words, all African people were all mentally deranged. We all have mental issues. All of a sudden. The time you met that African woman, she didn't have mental issues. All of a sudden, just like that. Now you people are getting a divorce or separation or whatever. She's now mentally ill. She's now on she's taking hard drugs or she's doing whatnot. And comparing different cases, you will hear the same thing. In Koro Obidi's case, the same thing Justin they did. Labeled her as crazy, as someone that has mental problem. And in Justin's case, Justin even came out and said he will not stop. She will be deported. She will be in jail. I will not rest. I will this. He has always threatened to have those kids to himself. But when you look at all these African women that are married to Oyimbos and Muzungus, to all these Caucasians, you will never see them coming out to threaten that, oh, I will take the children. I will take the children. They're always ready to have that 50-50 custody or whatever the court will rule. But it is always these Muzungus that will always target keeping the children away from their African parents. Isn't this sad? Now, this is not the only post from her. She also posted this here. She said, hello, everyone. Good morning. Here is the link to the GoFundMe. Before somebody will come out and post a GoFundMe, you know that it has really gotten to a point where there is nothing. And you know, if you're in your home country, in your place, you can always easily, even if it's difficult, it's your place, you know how to navigate, you know how to get things done. If she was back home in Africa, she would be able to know how to to put. He knows that he has everything. You know, he can easily raise money. His family, his friends can easily raise money for wickedness. And this is one thing why I love African people. Like, I am really proud of Africans. We don't raise money to support nonsense. We don't raise money to support bullshit. You cannot be moving on planning to exhibit wickedness and we will stand there raising money for you to support you. But these are the kind of things that Muzungus will do. African family members will not join you when they see that it's your fault, you're doing something wrong. They will not put their scent into your wickedness. Your friends, your family members, general, everybody will tell you, we're washing our hands of this one you want to do. We don't support it. It's not right. It's not correct. And we're not going to put ourselves, not even our energy, let alone our money and whatnot. We're not going to do that. But no, Muzungus are not like that. When they see their people try to exhibit wickedness, you will see family people rallying around this person, contributing money, suggesting for him, getting lawyers, just making his life easy to achieve his wickedness. So, of course, while he has people to back him up where they are based, Karen doesn't have that. And if she's saying she's been homeless for over a year, look at how long it even took her to come out and ask for help. Look how long it took this lady to say, okay, let me swallow my pride, my everything, and just come out and ask for help. And she posted her GoFundMe that people should please donate and support her and help her in any way they can. Let's pull up another post that she posted. So here she posted something about guardians. And she said a guardians ad and it is someone the judge assigned. Okay, wait. So I think we have to read the other one before we come and read about the guardian. So it will make more sense. Wait, let's read the other post she made. Okay. So Karen said, when the divorce case is being settled, that's why I have a divorce lawyer and mine. And wait, when the divorce case is being settled, okay, I think she just cropped some this is not the full stuff, but yeah, I believe there's something she wants people to read, so hence she cut this part of the post, so hence it's starting the way it is. I hope you all will understand it. She said, when the divorce case is being settled, that's why I have a divorce lawyer, and mind, the children are not even included in the divorce hearing. My question is, why are they giving me someone someone to think and make decisions for me? Before a court will give somebody someone to make decisions, it simply means that that man has carefully plotted and planned out this mental storyline that he wants to use to win his case against her, or the drug, or both. You know, that she's on hard drugs. He would have planned this very well, executed it very well. That's why. But let's proceed. She said, the children are not included in the hearing. My question is, why is the court why are they giving me someone to think and make decisions for me when I'm not a kid or mentally challenged? I'm a 40 years old woman. So this woman is not even somebody that was born yesterday. This is a 40 years old person. She said, I'm a 40 years old woman who have been making decisions all my life. Now that my abusive husband wants a divorce, all of a sudden I'm mentally sick. And that's not all they are trying to push for another guardian of Alzheimer's. I know what that means. For me, in the family court, okay, in the family court proceeding with no diagnosis either. Just baseless lies and accusation from my husband. We have been married for 18 years. Chai, oh God. Some humans, their wickedness is unbelievable. She said they've been married for 18 years from 2006, September 23rd in London, St. Mary Magdalene Church, Bermondsey, close to London Bridge. We did the white wedding in London before Big Brother Africa. What you saw in the news was the traditional wedding in 2014. I have my marriage certificate to prove it. I wasn't crazy all those years, but now that he wants a divorce so he can take my children away from me, all I want is to be part of my children's life. I'm I'm their mother. Once or twice a week for 2 hours supervised visitation for the past 1 year. It was once a week for a whole year for 2 hours. They just added. Can you imagine? So that means the man was able to prove, because if you're getting supervised, so that means he already has full custody. I'm believing from what she shared. Yeah, she didn't share the full. I wish she had shared the full stuff so we can read everything. But no, she just cropped this part and shared it. So this is what I see. And this is where it ended, where she said, for 1 full year, she has only had once a week supervised visit, and they just added what one more day or so. I can't see that part because that's where she cropped it out. Then the next is the one of the guardian. She said the guardian is someone the judge assigned to help a person who cannot come to court or protect their rights and interests for a single case. A GLA can be appointed in cases involving children or incapacitated person. How is she incapacitated? Man, or incapacitated person. GLAs are only responsible for helping a person resolve their court case. This means that they will go to court date and coordinate with agencies and organizations to get the person service. They do not have any legal power to manage a person's personal affairs. A GAL is an officer of the court and reports to the court what he or she is doing in the case. The judge might ask the GAL for a recommendation and what he or she thinks is best for the person. Most GALs are lawyers and have a duty to the person they are assigned to and to the court. Even if there is a GLA appointed to the case, a lawyer can also be hired. Why is this woman not making decisions for herself and they have all these people to help her make decisions? Because this man already knows what he's doing and he has already decided on how he is only going to be the one that will have full custody and she will get supervised visitation. And this is really, really terrible. It is really, really terrible. Really, really horrible that in 2024 people can still exhibit this level of wickedness on their fellow humans. And this is somebody she was married to for 18 whole years, and now all she gets, she's homeless, living in a shelter, looking tattered, and that's exactly what he wanted. So she would look the part, like somebody that is taking something and somebody that is what is it called, and somebody that is mentally disturbed. So when they go to court, her appearance alone and everything will just, they would just be looking at her with a side eye. And that he achieved. And now she gets only supervised visitation. How is that even okay? How do people sleep at night knowing fully well that this is the mother of your children? Just because things did not go well between the both of you, you now feel like, oh, you're going to extend this wickedness that in your mind you're doing to just her. It is going to affect your children too, because even if she's bad to you or you're bad to her, I believe you both of you are good to your children. You take care of your children, and the fact that you will remove the mother of the children because of the kind of person you are. And one thing I want to say, I'll keep this live stream as short as possible. One thing I want to say is I hope that Karen will not discourage her, even though from what she's saying it's been over a year plus and all of this 1 or 2 years now she's been battling this. Do not stop. Go back to court, go back to court. Get something doing, start up something somewhere so you'll be earning your own money. Put yourself back together. This started look, it's not gonna do it. Go work, put yourself together, raise money, get good lawyers, get your evidence, go back to court and prove that you are not mentally disturbed. Prove that you are not taking, if they want you to be running drug tests every month, every other week, do it so that you are clean, you're not on anything. Remember, you are an African woman, and African women are strong women. Okay, African women are not people that falls one time and stay down just because he won and now you have just one day in the week supervised visits to your own children that you carried in your womb for 9 months and birth 18 years, according to your words, is now coming up, plotting against you and doing all of this. Do not let it bother you. Just keep straight focus. You've come out, you've cried out. People that will donate to your GoFundMe will most definitely donate to your GoFundMe, and make sure you fight to get, even if it's 50-50 custody, where you will have your children. You will, but before that, remember that before you go and fight for custody, first of all, get your act together, because there's no way you'll be living in a shelter and they will give you 50 percent custody of the children. That's not going to happen. You need to get your shit together, get your act together, go get something to do. Okay, whatever talent, if it's handwork you're good at, go do it. If you have certificates to work, go look for a work. In fact, if at this point you cannot even be selective, you can't be selecting anything. If it's cleaning job, if it's washing dishes, anything you can do, do it. If you have to hold down 2-3 jobs, do it. Because right now, from what you're saying, you're getting once in a week or twice in a week visitation, supervised visitation with your kids. So you have all the time to focus. This is not time. Gone, 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 gone are the days where you will sit down and be crying over spilled milk. Okay, the milk is spilled. There is nothing you can do about it. At this point is for you to pick up yourself, get something doing, and make sure that you focus, work so hard, and get a place of your own. Get a place of your own. If it's a rented apartment, get a place that is not too expensive. It's around your budget. Everything you're doing, check your budget. Okay, plan very well. No careless spending and all and stuffs like that. No, 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 not now. Focus and making sure that you have light, water, food, shelter. Then you go back to court to fight for the custody of your children. Prove that you are not mentally disturbed. Prove that you are mentally stable. Pull up with your evidence all those years, all the 18 years you were married. Let him show where you had episodes where he had to take you to the hospital, or you show the medication that was prescribed to you, from which hospital, from what physician, who diagnosed you with it. All of these need to be presented, because even in your post you said it, that with none of these things, I wonder how they were able to give him full custody and give you supervised visitation if he didn't present any evidence that prove that you are mentally disturbed or you are on hard drugs. So go ahead and do the right thing. Work for yourself, stand firm, Karen, and go and fight for custody of your children and bring your children home. We've seen mothers out there that have done it, okay? Cora's case is everywhere on Facebook. Every time you pull up Facebook, Cora's case, we can use, because Cora's case is ongoing. So I always use Cora's case as an example. And you can see that Cora did not stand down. Cora kept dancing, kept putting out music, even with all the madness that was going on. And it's still going on with the gang up and everything that was going on, the defamation and everything that they were doing. She kept working hard. She got a place for herself, and she was, you know, able to stand and show. And if there's anybody I would advise you look to now that is still going through, because she's still battling her ex in court. Cora has a court case this October with Justin, and we don't know what else is going to come out. So I'm just using Cora's case as an example. So the court can see that Cora has her act together, making sure the children get good food, they have clothes, they have shelter, everything. So despite the fact that Justin has been threatening, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to keep the kids away, I'm going to get full custody, you're going to be deported. None of that is happening. She owned her own place, from rented apartments in the US to her buying a place, like signing the documents of a place of her own. So Karen, if Cora can do it, you can also do it. Okay, like you said, you're a 40 years old woman, you still look young, you look banging. So don't even worry about anything. Stay focused. This is a tough situation. Trust me, it is a tough battle, but you can do it. You can do it. It is possible. Okay, there are several women out there that have been in bad marriages and almost lost their life, lost everything, but they were still able to build and stand. And we know that you will be able to do it. So stand strong and keep fighting. And before I round up this live stream, what I want to say to people, to anybody coming from motherland to anywhere, any other continent, once you're coming out from the continent of Africa and it's marriage that is taking you out from Africa, shine your eyes, shine your eyes before you say I do, before you tie that knot, before you get yourself legally entangled with anybody. Go online, look at people's stories, look at things that are happening, so you can protect yourself to the extent where if it happens, he will not be able to have anything on you. He will not be able, he or she, well, we don't know what to be, he or she will not be able to have anything on you, because this is really sad that we see several of our African women being treated this way by people that once claimed to love and care and respect and see them as queens and whatnot, but somehow once they are done achieving whatever thing that they want to achieve with that particular person, they turn around and they just toss you out and they do the most. Shine your eyes. Please, that's the advice I can give. Shine your eyes. Forget those love bombing and whatnot. It is not coming from their heart, it is coming from the lips. Okay. Mistakes. Okay. And I feel like if enough people keep talking about these things, more people will get to know about these things. Okay. And would protect themselves or know what they might be up against later. So, that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone. And let me know what you think about this Karen's case. It is really, really disturbing. It is really, really disturbing to see that a father will actually take the children away from the mother just because he thinks he has the power, he has the connection, he has the money, he has the means to, um, he has the support system and everything else, and he would just not even think twice, but throw her out where she ends up in a shelter and make all these allegations of her being mental, her being on drugs, uh, and and he's happy that she gets once in a week supervised visitation with her own children. It is just terrible. I hope that people donate to Karen's GoFundMe, and I pray that Karen would do the right thing with the funds that will come into her GoFundMe, which is use that money depending on how much you're going to be getting from your GoFundMe. First, try to get a place, get a job, start working, start saving up whatever you have left in the GoFundMe when you are settled. Because don't use this money that is coming from GoFundMe to go get a lawyer to go and start fighting for custody when you're still living in a shelter, when you're still looking the way you're looking. First of all, if you need to go for therapy, you need to get yourself together, because you've already been through it. You've been going through it. Okay, so get yourself in a position where you know you're mentally strong enough, okay, and ready for the battle. Work, um, get a job, one or two, okay, because the way it is, it's always you. If you're able to balance the hours, some people hold two, three jobs, okay. Work, work. That comes in from your GoFundMe. Other people might want to support you via other means. Just set up yourself first. But first of all, get a roof over your head. Plan to move out from that shelter where you are, get a roof over your head, and then get a job if you don't have one, that you know that every month or every other week you are getting a check. Okay, get a job. And then when you know that you're in a position where you're now a bit okay, okay, let it show that you've been paying life every other thing, that you've just been taking care of yourself, you're working, income, it shows that money goes in your bank account every month and everything. Then when you feel you are in a certain position, go and fight for the custody of your children. Go back to court and try to prove that you don't need supervised visitation once in a week with your children when you don't have any issue. Go get your own custody, okay? So both of you can have 50-50 custody. It is not in his place to decide who is going to have full custody. Go back to court and fight it and get your own 50% custodies where the kids will be with him 50% of the time, and 50% of the time the kids will be with you. We wish you all the best. May God strengthen you in this battle that is forthcoming, and may every oppressor that is out there face what they need to face. Karma will sure visit everybody that is out there exhibiting wickedness on their fellow humans. But our prayers are with you, Karen. May God strengthen you, and may God give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and how to navigate, because this is difficult. He's in his country, he's in his place. People look like him. Majority of the people you're going to work with, in fact, but one with God is one with multitude. And as you walk into those offices, as you walk into those places seeking for a job, whatever, may you find favor. May you find favor. Thank you also very much. This is Trend with Octavia. I wanted us to come in and discuss this Karen's situation, because I've been seeing it on online for a while now, but I've just been like, okay, but now let's just come on in and discuss. So if you're watching the replay, let me know what you think about the situation. This is really, really it's really, really emotional, topic. It is really disturbing in the sense that the wickedness that is being knitted on this woman, she doesn't really deserve it. And there's no need for this level of wickedness, because there was a time where both of you slept together, both of you ate together, both of you laughed, played, and whatnot. And that was even before the children came in. So why now you think you should pay her with this level of wickedness? I don't think it's fair. So thank you all so very much, and I'll see you on the next one. And bye for now. Drop me a comment if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you think about this. This case is so similar with that of Cora and so many other women out there that we know of. It is quite sad. It is quite sad that this is what people are turning marriages into, where when it doesn't work anymore, the vendetta, it's on a different level, you know. Thank you for watching, and if you've not subscribed, subscribe, turn on notification, and so you don't miss when we're live. Drop your comment if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you think about this Big Brother Bbnaija star called Karen that came out to cry about her husband plotting on taking the children away from her, and she getting just supervised visit and a guardian, like somebody that is unable to think or do anything for themselves. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.